Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish in the building. Back to bring you another one. So, this one is another one that is done. It's being done right now because of request. I wanted to do this one. I wasn't going to wait to do this one. This one is a special one to me. A special one to me. You know why? Because this is about the Aquarius man and the Libra woman. My current relationship. The woman I married. Libra. So, and when I say this, I'm going to give you my own personal experience with this as well too. Relatable things and blah blah, whatever I can do, but I'm not biased about this whatsoever. First thing first, I'm gonna say this strictly from the sun sign perspective, okay? Both air signs. Libra is cardinal, the initiator, the starter, and our good friend, me, the Aquarius, is fixed. With those dynamics being there, I can't even get too much into that with it. Initially what happened would be Libra gets the party started, and depending if Aquarius wants the party to keep going. Yo, what's the guy doing? Okay, we're good. So, what's got there? One's masculine. No. They're both masculine. They're both outwardly spoken people. Well, outwardly spoken, expressive. Excuse me. Even though Aquarius is reserved, as I said it before. Okay. The very first thing, both these signs, never forget, air sign, emotionally detached. Okay, that is a very common thing among these, and it's very apparent here. If you guys happen to listen to the last podcast in regards to the Aquarius one, right? It has similar nuances there. Which is a good and bad thing. The bad thing about that is that at any point in time, depending on how emotional things can be cut off from either side emotionally, and it quick to go in their own way. That's the only problem with the air signs directly, is that they're not quick to leave, but they're quick to let go. So, with that being said, it's one of the traits of the Libra is that they unfortunately are known to be quitters. I hate to sound so negative, but they are known for not fighting too hard for things that they don't feel that strongly about. Especially when it comes to equality, that kind of stuff. That's part of the sign. And so, in this regard, like I said, when the going gets tough, the Libra gets fluffed out. And Aquarius is the type to be like, you know what, we out. Whatever. All air signs, like I said, that's just a common thing, unfortunately. Now, getting a little bit more into the fine details. Libra is, and it will always be, the sign of relationships. Personal relationships, co-workerships, intimate relationships. They are, okay? And they work best in a relationship. They're the happiest in a relationship, okay? In this regards here, Aquarius actually, this is why I gotta be careful of, because Aquarians love hard. This is from my every person I talk to, this is how it is. Like, but for my own personal experiences, with me as well, double that. It's the fact that we have a hard time of showing that. We have a hard time of showing that consistently, and to the point to where other signs or other people in general may not feel the full strength of our love. And with Libra, that shit ain't changed either. That shit ain't changed here. Unfortunately, like I said, that's just one of the shortcomings of Aquarius. Is that we love hard, but we show in different ways. Like I said before, in the other podcast, but the Aquarians, is that I like to think of it as being similar to the Virgos. In regards to the Virgos, they show their love through servicing other people. You know, it's different love, kind of like that. Like they love very hard, but it's different in how they approach it. And that is one reason why there can potentially be problems in this relationship, or in this compatibility. Sorry, well, both, either word. Compatibility relationship. It's the fact that because Libras are so in love with the idea of romance and being loved, that there could be a shortcoming in regards to them fully getting what they need there, or what they wish they need, what they wish they wanted. That could be an issue at times. And as I think about it, that might be one of the only real issues they have, depending on the placement they have. But like one thing, both of these signs can be very stubborn and obstinate, okay? Aquarius, because they're Aquarians, and Libra, like I said, depending on what, if the thing they truly believe in is being challenged, they will fight hard for what it is. And like I said, we can't say exactly to what level these challenges are going to be, whatever, but that is a thing. Blanked out for a moment. That could be a thing. So they could, depending on what they think, or they could have some potentially words. They could potentially have some arguments to some degree of conflict because of this kind of stuff. However, that not saying it's a high chance of it happening, but the fact of the matter is they actually do have great communication. That is point blank period, okay? Absolutely true to be true. Aquarians and Libras have amazing communicational skills, provided they use it towards each other. They are open to the ideas of each other. They both like to do things. They both are outgoing party people. Okay, that is true by the sign. And me personally, I am not as well. I seem very, very, very outgoing and social and extroverted, but yeah, I'm more of an ambivert, which is let's say like 60-40. Ambivert, introvert. Or extrovert, introvert. Sorry, that's kind of me. I seem very outgoing. I prefer to keep myself inside the house unless we're doing something. But yo, come on, get out the road. But I don't know if I'm going out, especially with doing things. I personally like my own personal different experiences, that kind of shit, doing fun things, not just being like at a party. But if we're in a party setting though, I'm gonna show my ass in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have a blast, but I prefer not to be there. But that being said, though, they do get along well. It doesn't sound like the sun sign is alone by themselves. They actually have that great rapport, that great attribute of being together. And one of the biggest things, like I say, for both these signs are very, very strong about their relationships. Like, relationships matter. More so, I can't say more so. Sun sign, Libra, is all about adamant about relationships, okay? Which that's just common knowledge. Aquarians love the interpersonal relationships, the ones that are the one-on-ones. They love those a lot. And when you get inside the circle, we don't take care of relationships all the time like we should, but everyone knows through and through, without question, who the friends are. The Aquarians, that friend. Excuse me. But we just don't. Man, that's the. Hey, get my hand in the entire time. I'm gonna read. I got a solid. Flash, y'all. No boob. So that being said, yeah. Every relationship though, which is one thing I've been finding is so common, which this is not my own personal experience, but this is actually for me, my personal experience as well too. That when I'm in a relationship with someone that I love, that love is heavily dependent upon how much of a friend that person is to me, or how much I feel they are a friend to me. So that's actually, correct me if I'm wrong, any Aquarians, let me know down in the comments below if this is same for you. I cannot be truly in love with a person if I don't feel they're my friend. And that's actually one thing, because one of the things that I've gotten quite often from my wife is that what did I say? Sometimes it feels like we're great roommates. You know, I can be romantic. I treat her nice, treat her well, you know what I'm saying? Rub those stinking ass feet, you know. Massage that crusty shoulder, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. But for the most part though, it's like we come and go like two birds in a wind. That's kind of how it could be. Yo, my arm is killing me. I don't know if I can help you guys out the way I want to help you out. Like, can I put this shit down quick? Yes, I can. Oh my goodness, my shoulder. So anyway, yes, that's actually very important. So I'm gonna try and get this a little more detail now. Like I said, this is a little more detail. I'm gonna try to hit more sunshine too, because I didn't touch it like I really want to while I was driving. Friendship matters, and in this relationship with the Libra woman, the Aquarian man, if he's not feeling like the friendship is there, then they may not have a full connection, and they're going to go by the wayside to some degree. Both of these, like I said, both of them are very both signs can easily find themselves not fully, what's the word we're looking for? Not invested, but they can find themselves distracted by other things, by other life things, and that's not always, that's actually one of the things that actually helps them stay strong the way they are. Because both these signs, like I said, they have that emotional detachment thing going, but they require a certain level of alone time. And both of these signs do appreciate easily giving each the other the alone time they need. Because without the alone time, these signs don't thrive too well. And this also is the case with a few other signs, but a lot of other signs can be more cranky if they don't get their alone time, and then take you out on the other sign. That's actually one thing that I notice quite often. I had something that's very good I was going to say there. One issue that best way to put this one is, I always felt that the Libra is the more water sign-ish of the air signs. She's the more emotional one. Well, in my situation, the Libra woman is the more emotional one. And that can lead to cleanliness, which is one thing that all air signs don't really care too much for. Aquarius being that way too. And with that being said, that kind of stifles the independent nature, that the independent / free-form nature of the Aquarian. But on that same note, that kind of stuff is one thing it needs. One thing that actually makes these signs work out the way they do is the fact that they have a lot of traits that the other sign lacks, and they are very offsetting in that nature. So in this regard, just say Libran woman here is known for being very indecisive, and the Aquarian man here is known for being very decisive, quicker thought, quicker action in regards to that stuff. So that is one of the strengths that offsets, one person's strength offsets another person's weakness. On that same note here too, the Aquarius man can have issues of being too quote unquote aloof, or what's that word? Idealistic. Boom, there you go. Too idealistic and too clouds in the air, no feet on the ground. The Libra is actually more likely to be able to be more grounding in that situation, and the offsetting thing, more organized and more able to articulate to the Aquarian the things that he needs to do to get the work done. Not like an earth sign though, mind you. Earth sign though, kings, queens of that. But that little offsetting thing can help bring the Aquarian down to ground to get things more accomplished done. And actually, I can't even, it's hard for me to fight this one. Libra are more diplomatic. That is part of the sign. And for me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hell of a keep the peace kind of person. But unfortunately, the way my wife can articulate things, especially while talking to someone about trying to calm them down or trying to set the mood right, is amazing. I'm kind of more too honest at times. But that is the offsetting thing there that works out. Because I'm not as blunt as most Aquarians are. But, because a lot of Aquarians, I swear, I say it all the time. And I'm yet to find this to be true, to be proven true, or untrue, sorry. And if you can, let me know in the comments below. Aquarians tend to be assholes, to some degree. They say things like a Sagittarius are known for saying things, but without as sounding as blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about that and think about your Aquarians, just think about that for a bit. Like I said, for the most part, I pillow a lot of my things by saying things, but I think that's more because of my Pisces ascendant than actually my Aquarius sun. Because I think a lot of asshole shit. I just don't say it. That's what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure that's across the board. And from a lot of my people I found out were Aquarians, so like, oh wow, you do sound like that. It's like I said, let me know down in the comments below if that's incorrect, or if you don't find that to be true as well. Oh man. But focusing more about this dynamic for the Libra Aquarians, this is, in my personal opinion, unbiasedly spoken by the way, this is one of the best combinations in the zodiac. I say that now, but I'm looking at it strictly right now from an Aquarian male and a Libra female. I need to see the reversal. I need to see that actually holds true as well, because I'm actually very curious about that. But yeah, in all honesty, short term and long term, this sign just works amazingly well. Like I said, they have both humanitarians, both love people, to see people happy. What's the word they use? Egalitarians? They both have that whole betterment for humanity mindset, equal rights and shit like that. They both love travel, both like being out social, seeing things, doing things. They're both open to new experiences. That's one thing too. Indecisiveness of the Libra can be more directly, not controlled, but limited by the assertive Aquarians. Get more things done, and then when the plan needs to be enacted upon, the Libra can make the plan better. Well, let's say make the plan better, put the plan into action better. When the Aquarius is to think about how to make things happen. It's so many small, those yin-yang situations where the Libra and Aquarian combination fill each other's holes very well, and not a sexual way. Oh, but yeah, it's I'm trying to think of like any like quick small things. The only thing that, let's say, really lacking in this situation is the fact that the romance might not be the full romance that the Libra is looking for, depending on how romantic the Aquarian is. And aside from that, though, relationship-wise, they can have an amazingly great relationship simply because of the fact that they both are about that. Since they're married and not forced to be away from each other, whereas the space in between for an Aquarian is part of the reason why we tend to lack dealing with friends more regularly, like other signs do. That could be it. Excuse me. And being, let's say they're married, like I said, they're married and actually in a close relationship or living together, that changes everything, because they can't not work on a relationship. You know? I didn't think about that. But yeah, short term, the charming elegantness of the Libra is going to attract the quirkiness, weirdness of the Aquarian, and vice versa. They're gonna have great conversation, they're gonna have great conversations, talking, texting, whatever. And the Aquarian will let the Libra shine and dazzle when she wants to shine and dazzle. And chances are the Libra will let the Aquarian be as weird or quirky or what the fuck things that Aquarian is doing, and be completely okay with that. That's the best way to put it. These two signs will let the other person be the person that their sign is demanding them to be. That's the best way to put it. Shit, I didn't think about that. Man, that's a big one. That could be the reason why it works so well. That's probably the reason why I believe it works so well, because they let each other be who they are. And at the end of the day, that is one of the key sources of making a great relationship. Let your other person, let your spouse, your lover be the person they want to be, and support them in that situation. Holy shit, man! I'm gonna end on that one, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. That one was, that one hit me the way, I ain't had to dollar my own shit for that one, but yeah, that was a good one right there. Yeah. So like I said before, I believe this is one of the top 3 best combinations if not number one in the entire zodiacal calendar. Zodiacal schematics, you know? Man, my mind's still wrapped around that part. That was a really good one. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share this with someone you know. Someone who's having any issues with finding someone and they're of age. This is more towards the older crowd, whereas when it's time to settle down, because Libras tend to want to settle down when they're older. So think about that. You gotta think about that. Remember, guys, stay classy, my friends. Be you. Make a wish. Out. Now before I go, amazing. 85%, 92%, whichever way you put that for short term, long term. Amazing. Make a wish. Out.